Exactly. Exactly. I mean, it's, it's the one thing about it, and like when you're going through things is it's not, you're not, we're all prophets. We all say these things, right? But it's really hard to practice them all the time. You see what I'm saying? It's hard to actually follow through, especially when you're in the shit. Pardon my language. But when you're really having a hard time and, the day's going rough, it's not always going to be perfect and we can flip the script right away, but it's always practicing those things. And I would say, write some positive notes down or, get some inspirational quotes and put them up around you because then you'll be able to see them and it's like a visualization and it'll help you also with your, just the hard days that you're going through. Like I said,
Thank you, Max.
been through a lot. You're welcome, Dolan.
So here's another piece to that is when you're having a hard day and you've got no vision or no desire to go, what do you need to remember?
It's all on you.
But even if we don't want to.
Right? There's a three-letter word we talk about a lot in Keller Williams. You know what it is? Your why.
Oh, yeah.
Your why. Now, for those religious people, you understand the story, right? Noah was told to do something. Everyone called him crazy. He did it because he was told to do it. He had a why, right? I don't know why. I was just told to do it. But I'm doing it because I don't the world may not understand what I'm doing, but I'm doing it because I know it's what I'm supposed to do. Same thing with us. If we're fighting through friction, mud, depth, despair, sorrow, all of these things, you have to be anchored to your why. Why am I doing this? Why do I wake up every morning to put myself on, you know, on blast, if you will, like allowing the world to see me? Well, when you're having a rough day, you're having some down days, it's really going to be tough. So we need to anchor back to why. So we say, what's your why? That's, big brain thinking, big thought. What's your why? Oh, my kids. No, it could be kids, could be your wife, could be failing. I had this call with Mike the other day, and I told him, Mike, I've had bad days, I've had rough days, but I will not let life beat me. That's my why. Right? My why is anchored in giving my kids and my wife a beautiful life. Yeah, that sounds great, but it comes down to a lot more visceral for me is I won't let life beat me. I have seen life beat too many people in my life, people that I love dearly. I have let I have let life win once or twice, and every time I've become worse for it. So no longer am I going to let life beat me. I got rough days, change the way you look at it. Can we affect how things happen to us? No. But we can change the way we respond to them. And if you're anchored in your why, then no matter if you feel like it or not, you're going to do it. If you're going through the shit, you're going to continue to go through the shit until you're out of it because of your why. If you have not taken the time to sit down and think about the bigger driving force in your life that's propelling you towards whatever goal you have, that is a really good opportunity for you to get alignment with yourself. Why am I doing this? Why am I going through this struggle? Why am I putting in 15-hour days? Why am I constantly burning myself at both ends? And if you don't have a reason for it, you won't be able to sustain it. Every story of every great business person out there has this struggle and strife in it. Jeff Bezos, even though he's just a weird dude now, when he first started Amazon, was living out of the office, sleeping in this building, getting kicked out of it because you're not supposed to sleep in the office, right? All kinds of things that don't exactly align with success, but he had a bigger vision. He had a bigger why. Colonel Sanders started KFC in his 60s after multiple failed attempts. And what kept him moving forward and constantly trying and failing and trying and failing and trying and failing was he had a bigger reason, not just, I want to sell chicken. No. So no matter what struggle you've got, no matter what monkey's on your back, no matter what mud you're walking through, don't focus on the problem. Focus on the plan. Where you're going is more important than how you get there. Remember, it's your why is like getting home. Nothing is going to stop you from getting home. If the freeway shut down, you'd find another way there. If Godzilla stepped in your neighborhood, you'd find a way around it. If you ran out of gas, you'd walk, right? There would be nothing that would stop you from getting home. So keep your why that focused that you can look through whatever nonsense it is and see why I'm doing it. Max, thank you for sharing that with them this morning. I know you've got a dark past most people don't even know about. And to be able to share some light from actually pulling yourself out of it, that, my friends, is a gift that no one else can give you. So we celebrate you. We celebrate each other. Thank you for being here. This is a good Friday. The one thing I'll tell you is when I've had rough days and I've had bad days and I've had days that I wanted to quit, I stopped looking at me and I start looking at we. And it's usually somebody that's got me to keep going because I can't give up on you. I can't fail you. I'll yell at you. I'll talk shit all day, but I'll always show up. So, interesting way to start a Friday, but we're still going to talk about wins. My win is I've got 7 of you on camera. Technically 8. Because we got 2 and 1. We got a twofer.
When I get a shirt on, Dan, I'll turn this thing on.
Might get a lot more views on YouTube otherwise.
You might be right. You might be right.
Behind the paywall.
YouTube is pronounced OnlyFans, Dan.
Oh, only
Got a
Dan.
couple wins. I got 2 new reviews from the Maxes, so thank you, fellas. And
Way to go.
then another win is Stephanie went to her first business mixer last night and got out of her comfort zone and interacted with strangers.
Love that. Love that for you.
Not that she's doing it right this second, too.
We're
I'm not. Okay.
These aren't strangers anymore.
not strangers. We're family, Dan.
No, some of y'all are pretty strange.
I mean, that's true.
That's fair.
Nothing wrong with that.
Way to go,
I'm
Stephanie, that
weirdo.
comfort zone. Good job. Go ahead, Holly.
Oh, nothing.
You have a win, Holly. I know you do.
I am gonna go look at 2 houses with my buyer this Saturday. Found a way because they weren't going to be able to close until the end of June. So I have a little bit of good news. If they find one that we love, we can close at the end of May. Thanks to Steve. He was amazing. And I'm bringing home 2 baby kitties today.
Whoop whoop.
See, you can't be mad at that win.
Saving
That's
lives.
fires and baby kitties.
They're so cute. They'll probably be. Are we still doing the meeting at 10? Because they'll probably be on Zoom with me.
Yeah, the transaction desk workshop at 10. If you
Yes,
guys
sir.
it's the same link that you guys are on right now.
Can I ask how Rain is doing with her boats?
She is still placing second now. She's not first anymore.
What the heck?
I know. I don't know. I don't know
Need to
how
vote
this
for
whole
Rain.
process works. I think the last time it was like it went to whoever donated the most money. It's, you know what I mean, one of those kind of things. But it's still really fun for her, and the fact that she got to be first for like a full 24 hours. She's never been first at anything. And so she's super excited about it.
When does it close?
That's what I'm not sure. I know this round of voting, I think, closes on Sunday or for Easter. And then I don't know what happens next. They're not like, they're just kind of letting us all know as we go. So we're all on this adventure together.
I want her to win.
I do too, because she like Raina's the type that will go to the mountains and stuff, and she will literally be Snow White. She'll have squirrels that she's feeding, birds that she's feeding. I mean, she's just
She's a kind soul, and the earth knows it.
she has a huge heart, and she's kind of the heart of my little family. So
Believe it. All right. Other wins and celebrations.
Closing
I had
early.
my first. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry. Closing early. I was looking back at an email to my seller that it was like kind of highlighting like all of the way that I wanted the escrow to go or how I predicted it. And it's literally going like down to the T. So I'm psychic. Very happy about that.
Oh, psychic. Yes, psychic. That's good. It's not psychic, Fabi. It's called having a process.
Yeah. I like when the process works. Makes me feel good.
She's not telling you the whole story. She's closing early on her biggest deal ever.
Yay.
So I'm nervous.
What is it? What is it? How much is it?
1.1.
No way. That's
San
like
Diego.
small potatoes. That's like a Tuesday, Fabi.
2.7.
6 million.
Oh, I
Oh,
wish. I would be gone for like several months if I closed $6 million.
No, you wouldn't.
no, you would.
That'd be your new
I wouldn't
benchmark.
do that.
Just
if I were
kidding.
you.
You remember
That's when the
Minaj?
ball
She was on
starts
the ball?
rolling and people start coming to you with 6
I was
minutes.
just thinking of her, Dan.
Yeah, Minaj got a $7 million deal, her first deal. We haven't seen her since.
Nope.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
She got too pretty for us.
Tired.
You started a Netflix TV show.
She was
Hey,
like, Dan who?
Yeah.
No, 1.35. So
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's like a 1,200 square foot house in San Diego. So
1150
so
with a
close to
really nice-
3,000, lot size.
really nice
seven.
balcony.
Where at, Fabi? Was it in San
Yeah,
Carlos?
It's in Otay, East Lake.
In Otay?
There's
Like
some
the
really
new,
nice
it
houses
has
out
to be
there.
new construction area, right?
What's up?
Like the new construction, like off
No,
of.
this is it's 2005. It's Rolling Hills Ranch. It's really nice.
Really?
Yeah.
I lived there. It was not that much.
Well, how long ago?
Like 6
2005?
years ago.
Eric, you get out of the bathroom, put up your sound deadening.
Hey, Fabi, not to get it like all in your business though, but in like prices that high, is it normal to still get like 3% commission?
Yep.
Is it? Oh, hell
Mhm.
yeah.
Have you guys not watched any of these Netflix shows that showcase the commission on these massive deals? It's all 3%.
I don't know what
Over 100
Trey
grand.
like if we don't have deals that big here.
Well,
Yeah, we're
I
not
mean,
living in a
it's
foreign
all
land.
relative.
Dude,
no,
you
I understand, but
for $1.3 million.
I'm
The
in Sierra
buy-
Vista and we have like 4 houses that are that much.
I think we
So
have like one house that's over $1 million. The rest
the
is like
buyer's
we have like 2
agents?
that are
Probably Josh
700.
Berkeley's personal house.
Yeah.
yeah, probably.
The buyer's agent, we negotiated down to 1% for their commission. They were willing to
Dude.
accept it too.
I love that.
14 It's almost
So,
14
get it.
grand.
So they got it
Fabi.
done. They got it done for their buyer.
That's good. You know what? That's what we do. We negotiate. We support. We grow. We live. We love. We take care of people.
Yeah.
It's relative to the price of the market anyhow.
Yeah.
So
I
it's not.
negotiated one down recently, all the way down to $5,000. I'm like, my seller's willing to do $5,000, take it or leave it.
Oh, that's high end on our side.
I got a guy that wants to do a land deal in Rio Rico wants me to drive him out there, look at this land. The commission potential is $250. Gas will be $350.
I got a $100 check from a land deal. So
I love it.
we work all price
That's
points.
I should be getting deposited my $300 today for my last land deal.
Hey.
All right, Marianne, you had something last night.
Yeah, I had my first buyer appointment, believe it or not, and I'm one day in and had a buyer appointment, so it was very exciting. Loved it.
Awesome.
No.
That's awesome. Wait, where'd you get him?
It is not one day in. You were
Mhm.
like 4 hours licensed. And you
Oh, right. Yeah, 4 hours. I'm just thankful and blessed, actually, thankfully.
Was it one of the ladies when you were walking your dog?
Yes, it was the
Mhm.
dog park lady. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How'd it go?
So very well, actually. I'm gonna talk to Dan about a couple things today because I'm not sure. She's saying it's 6.99%, and so she was thinking that she can't do it right now because of the interest rates.
Oh, we can definitely get her lower than that.
But we talked about several different, like she was looking at like 450,000, 3 bedrooms. So we were talking about, maybe like new builds or some other options or things that, other possibilities that she might look at. And we were talking about what she wants in a house and what she doesn't want and all
Got you.
that. So
And you still have, like you said, her mom, right? Or her friend?
yeah, her mom. So we'll see. I think, we'll see how that goes. It sounds to me like her mom is asking questions to the landlord, who is also a realtor apparently, but I don't know. He's kind of strained her, like, he's not really being very nice to her. So I don't know if she'll go with me or go with, this landlord. So we'll see.
What's his name?
But
We'll find him.
thank you.
Trey's like, give me 5 minutes.
You're
Hold
not
on.
allowed a Nancy Kerrigan, another realtor, Trey.
It's just like thinking the same thing. Stick to the legs.
I was just gonna put signs in his front yard, Dan.
You know, I saw this thing recently where you just went down and found a bum on the corner and sent him to their next open house.
Yeah, no, we're not going to talk about this on a recorded call. But, big butts. Baby got back. No, it's Friday, which means we have Sam on.
Yo,
Sam, I am.
what's happening, everyone?
Are rates really 6.99 right now?
Yeah, that's what I was just curious about.
Oh no, they're I think they're well, so we're on the fifth straight week of rate increases. They, compared to like literally 5 weeks ago, rates were in the high fives and now they're in the mid sixes. Like 6.49 to 6.57 is like the national median. But it's not so it's kind of two things. One, obviously with inflation concerns due to like fuel prices rising, the Fed is kind of looking, their conversations are changing a little bit around rate cuts and kind of going back towards potential rate increases, which, that's not great for the buyer market. But I would say we're not necessarily in a bad market. We're just in a really volatile market. And, there was a lot of optimism around us ending this conflict, whatever you want to call it, over in Iran quickly. And then Trump said he potentially were going to be there for another 30 days. So we've seen the market react to that like crazy. I mean, I don't know if you guys trade or watch the market at all, but just a bunch of up and downs. And there's a lot of money to be made in volatility. But there's also, the market reacts really wildly one way or the other. So yes, we've seen some rate increases over the last 5 weeks, but I think that we are probably closer to rate decreases than that 4 week benchmark. I think that, probably by mid-April, we'll see rates come back down into the fives. That's not quotable. I know it's recorded, but who knows? I mean, it's all just speculation at this point. But the economic trend, aside from these like anomalies, is trending to having lower rates, right? So there's more data that shows that we should be in a lower rate environment than we should be in the rate environment we're currently in. So that's positive. I think the good thing, or the win here, or takeaway, whatever you want to call it, in markets where there's a lot of volatility equals noise, right? Or vice versa. the most important thing for us to do as professionals is to establish and maintain trust with our clients. And so having those conversations about, what this means, what the implications are, how to benefit from it, I think are really important. So for buyers, like all my buyers right now, we're having conversations around this where, hey, rates are going up. If you close in the next, 2 weeks, your rate is gonna be higher than it would have been 5 weeks ago. However, there's more data showing we're in a lower or decreasing rate environment than an increasing rate environment. So that's positive for the future. Once rates drop, so whenever you see rates, drop by more than 0.25%, so they go from like 6.5 down to 6.25 within like a 24 to 40 hour period, it creates the same inverse frenzy that we're experiencing now. So where we've seen a massive retraction in the amount of mortgage applications, refinance applications, when rates drop like that, you see the opposite happen. So you see the spike in applications. Applications are a leading indicator to pending sales. So for our buyers, they can either choose to close their home at a slightly higher rate now and refinance down the road, or wait for more favorable rates, but then pay a premium on that house. Supply and demand. When there's more buyers, the house obviously is worth more. So I think understanding the triggers behind what's going on and being able to explain that in a way that establishes trust and makes sense to your clients is super, super important right now. That was a mouthful. Anyone not understand what I said? I can re-explain it in different ways.
Well, that was really good. She said that she'd be willing to meet with somebody else. So I wonder if, like, because I'm so brandy with this, but do you meet with our people?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Have you met Sam?
Hello,
No.
I'm Sam.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Marianne.
Nice to meet you.
All right,
Yeah, no, I can
have Sam's
help
number
anyone.
shortly.
Our newest rookie of the year, Marianne.
Right there.
Oh, I hope so.
Right, Marianne, you have Sam's number. Sam, you'll have Marianne's number soon.
Thank you.
Can we also pitch to our buyers that they can get the sellers to buy down their rate?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that they're not so scared about it.
So the interesting thing, mortgage-backed securities and bond confidence it's a really interesting conversation, and I'll try and explain it in the simplest way possible. But when the stock market, when there's a lot of volatility in the market, obviously the thing that makes more sense for long-term investors is to park their money in mortgage-backed securities from bonds. Generally speaking, that provides a lot more shelter and security for them than in super volatile like the stock market. So right now with rates are increasing because of what's happening in the market, but at the same time, buy downs or buying leveraging mortgage-backed securities is extremely affordable. So in a normal market where rates are decreasing and you want to buy the rate down from, let's say, 5% to 5.5%, I'm throwing arbitrary numbers out there. They change on a daily basis, but it might cost you, 1% of your loan amount to go from 5.5 to 5%, right? When you have a lot of volatility, 9 times out of 10, that is a lot cheaper than it normally is. So for instance, going from 5.5% to 5% might cost a third of a point versus a whole point. So right now, if you are going to buy, here's the short and sweet of it. If you're going to buy a rate down, now's the time to do it because you get a lot more bang for your buck. There is no rhyme or reason. It's all based on emotion and investor confidence. But generally speaking, when there's volatility in the market, rate buy downs your dollar goes a lot further.
Can you explain to me how much that would cost, Sam, for the seller to buy down 0.5%? Let's say, for an example, a $500,000 house.
Yeah, so 5,000 in a normal situation. Right now, probably $1,200. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not bad either. That's pretty good. I mean,
yeah, no, when you think about long-term implications, that 0.5% is going to save you, $30,000 of the life to your loan. So that's a big deal. for sellers right now, I think that yeah, stuff like that, those strategies, the knee-jerk reaction sort of things are really important to at least talk about, because buyers are worried about affordability. So as a seller, anything you can do to kind of understand that concern and negate it is going to help your sale. So having conversations with your sellers about, hey, right now we're experiencing volatility. We've seen a drop in mortgage applications. That's a leading indicator of pendings. If you want to get ahead of the game and get your house sold, it might benefit you to either A, offer credit towards closing costs, or B, offer a credit towards rate buy down. Whatever they can do to differentiate themselves against the rest of the market.
Yeah, she pays $3,000 a month in rent right now, plus all these extra fees for everything. So
This is
I
her
think that
client.
we could make it work, huh?
What's she looking for?
She's looking for a 1-story in like the Ore Valley, Marana area, and a
Okay.
3-bedroom. I think we could easily. I mean, I looked on. I don't have MLS yet, but I looked on the other ones, and I found some things that I think would work. So
Yeah, totally. For 3,000 a month, she can get into a house for sure.
yeah, she's paying like 3,300 with the dog fees and other fees right now. So
Yeah, let's make it happen.
I pay 3,500. Actually, not even that. I paid 3,358 on a $500,000 house for our Airbnb. So like that gives you an idea. And I'm at a 5.99 interest rate.
Yeah.
right.
So
Yeah, she said she'd do anything 5. She just didn't want to do the, it was basically 6.99, so it was almost 7. So she just didn't. She said even like 6.25 she
Yeah.
would do. So
I think
Yeah.
the important thing, so a lot of people get hung up on a single part of the mortgage process and transaction, and that's the interest rate. And there's a lot of other pieces that go into it that are often overlooked that cost you a lot more money. So with me, I like to try and take like a really holistic approach to mortgages. Explaining like comparing different loan types, comparing all the additional costs and fees that go into it. And there's a huge difference between your interest rate and the APR that you pay on the mortgage. So that's affected by the type of loan you're in. And then when you really look at the dollars and cents of it, I think the most important thing, what people pay, they don't pay an interest rate every month. They pay a mortgage payment. Can you look at the difference between 5.99 versus 6.99? There's not a huge difference in a monthly payment. Granted, over a long period of time there is, but most people don't stay in their house for 30 years. And with the strategies that I sort of employed during the pre-approval process, in most cases, the clients leave that or go into their home paying a little bit extra over their mortgage payment. So anything extra you pay above and beyond your minimum mortgage payment goes directly towards your principal balance. And that directly impacts your overall interest rate you pay. So here's a really fun, quick story. I know we have 2 minutes left. My parents, the reason I got into mortgage is because of this situation that happened with my parents. So in 1997, my dad was in a super bad car accident, almost died. The next year, he sort of recovered. He moved us over to Western Washington, and they bought this triple wide manufactured home. They packed all 8 of us kids into, and it was crazy. It was literally living in a circus. He was working at Boeing. They had this mortgage on this house. It was too small for us all. We lived there until 2003 when they bought their current home on the water in Warm Beach. And the way that process worked in 2003, the market was crazy. It was prior to the crash, but things were heating up. So they ended up carrying 2 different mortgage balances because they sold their house for less than what it was worth, and so they had to carry the mortgage balance onto their second home with a bridge loan. They were paying, I think the combined interest rate was just around 9% on roughly $600,000 worth of debt. My dad at that point had got a new job in IT. He was making substantially more money, and he paid every extra penny he paid into the mortgage. So he paid off that $600,000 in just under 10 years. Their combined rate for those, like I said, was 9%. Their effective rate, when you did the math backwards, was under 2%. So the reason why I try and explain the mortgage process and trying to figure out their payment to where they can pay $200, $300, $400, even $100 extra every single month is because the effective rate you pay or your APR is directly it's impacted by how much you pay into the mortgage above and beyond your minimum payment. So it doesn't matter if you have 19% interest rate. If you're able to pay extra every month, you can effectively lower your interest rate by paying extra. So rate is not everything.
It's not. It's absolutely not. And Sam's right. There's an entire lesson that we have somewhere in our Keller Williams archives of the different ways of mortgage hacking. Split payments, extra payment every month, extra principal on everything, and it reduces the overall rate factor. So fantastic opportunity. Sam, thank you for being a part of our days and giving some value. Was today worth your time, guys? I know we talked about a lot of stuff other than Finance Fridays, but little thing.
100%.
Yeah. Little thing from our leader, Kristen Cole. She says, "Good morning, leaders. Happy Good Friday to you. Jobs report came out today, better than expected. We added 178,000 jobs last month. Unemployment dropped from 4.2 to 4.3 and dropped to 4.3. The 10-year yield at 4.3 is supporting. Surprising to me, actually, interest rates at 6.4. Oil, however, is over $100 a barrel. So you're probably wondering, how is the 10-year yield at 6.4 when oil is $100 a barrel? Two reasons. Number one, it shows that the market really doesn't believe that Trump is going to bomb Iran's oil refineries into oblivion. And number two, the spreads between the 30-year and the 10-year have done nothing but get these better the last year. If it hadn't happened, interest rates would be more than 7.5. So the updates on the job is where that came out this morning. So the spread's helping. Interest rates are trending downwards. Jobs report came out, which is great, which means inflation's going to be up. However, we should see a marginal change in buyers' abilities to finance more money.
Yeah, rates are coming down.
Rates are coming down. Yeah, that's a fancy way of saying, without knowing tomorrow's news, rates are coming down. I mean, plus there's supposed to be aliens or something this weekend.
Oh, sweet.
Wait, what? Who said that, dude?
That's what I've heard of. So, all right. Any other questions, comments, thoughts? Remember, we're doing at 10 a.m., an hour and a half from now, a little workshop on Transaction Desk. So if you guys want to come play around.
Nice.
Same link that you're on this call with. Just log into it again at 10 o'clock.
All right, y'all. Happy Easter.
Go on.